This is Andy's dog from Jersey, Corleone Spaniel. As you can see, he's very green. He's looking at me. He doesn't know what it's all about. Look how switched off he is though, until scent. He's slightly apprehensive, but he's got to learn the game now. He's been trained, and now he's got to learn the game. This is where you give them the experience. This is where they become masters of their craft. You don't do this unless you give them the work out there in the field. But you've got to get them to the right stage before you start. As simple as that. This dog was too young really to be here at this stage, but because he was being trained for Andy and Andy wanted him, we brought him on very quickly. Don't forget, this was the dog that wasn't retrieving. Well, he was retrieving, don't get me wrong. He was retrieving, but he was dropping it short, not wanting to bring it to hand. This dog has matured up a little bit by giving him time. It just shows giving him time. And Andy will say now, he'll tell you that this boy is an hunting machine. But he was a soft dog that just needed time to develop. And it just shows they get better and better the more work you give them. He's on a runner here. And it's lovely to see the desire on a first runner. He didn't see it down. He had to trust me pushing him back. He went back. And now I've got to trust him. I've got to trust him to get out there and find that bird. And that's what it's all about. It's about getting out there and finding that bird. They only learn by getting out there and doing it on the day. As simple as that. And we're waiting for him and waiting for him. And here he comes up the bank with his first runner. First runner he's ever had. Absolutely fantastic. All that work, all that time that we put into him, the commitment to get him ready for Andy is paying off. Look at that. That dog is so good, strong runner, and he's got it. Another strong runner, tucked in, sent the dog for it. He saw that one. He's gone down there, look. He's concentrating on that. Another dog comes running through the woods, look. Just doing what it wants. He's so focused, he just brings it back to me, look. Look how soft-mouthed he is. Look how soft-mouthed, but he's learning. Look at that. That doesn't hurt them at all. When they do that, let them get after it. Let them learn to hold on to it. They'll get a better grip of it and learn to hold it. Look, they're learning. They're learning their game. Well done. That's what we wanted. He picks up the experience by being out in the field now. You've done your training. Now he's learning. Look how fast he's learning. Now he's looking down the bank where the guns are. Now he's realising the birds are down the bank. But he sees one come in there, look, and that one's wounded. But he's seen it, and I want that for steadiness. Just sit there. Don't go till they're told. I sent him down the bank for a bird. Down the bank, he had to go for a bird down there. And I've got to trust him. So get down there, find it, and bring it back. When he comes back, then I'll send him for the bird that's sitting tight on that ride. Because it was too easy. I didn't want the dog moving until told. Some trainers will tell you, oh, you should sit the dog during the drive and not send him. And then give him 1 or 2 retrieves at the end of the drive, or he becomes unsteady. A load of rubbish. If you train them like I show you, in the sequence I show you, these dogs can cope with that pressure, absolutely no problem at all, and they become fantastic dogs. He's got such a soft mouth, he's having to learn to hold these birds that are flapping. So many of these birds are not dead, and for a young dog, he's had plenty of cold game and then warm game, but now he's beginning to take birds that are alive and flapping, and he's learning to carry them. Then I send him for that simple retrieve there, look, and it runs, and that does him a world of good. So that happened in such a short period of time. The bird was shot down the bank, sent him for that one first. Seen that one there, he saw it, but I said, no, go down the bank and trust me. And look what he's done, he's broke away from it. Don't worry about that. Go back to the dog, tell him to pick it. It's because he's got such a soft mouth, look, such a soft mouth. Like I say, all dogs that go wrong, they got to learn. Look at that, beautiful. And he gets more and more confident, and that's what he gets. The confidence breed confidence. And then what we do, we just finish off by sweeping up with him and getting him to sweep the ground in front of us. And he's on the scent trails of all the birds that have come in and run. You know, this is a busy shoot, and for a young dog, he's putting him right in the deep end. But I had to for Andy, because I was trying to get this dog ready for Andy for Jersey, because he hasn't got any big shoots in Jersey. So this is where I was schooling the dog. And he was such a nice temperament of a dog. I knew that this would do him a world of good, and that's what we've done with him. Lovely dog. He turned out a lovely dog, but we had to give him time. But that's very young to have a dog on a shoot at 13 months of age. Only professional person I would suggest that, or you better know your dog.